Akademiks warns Loren Lorosa that he will expose her after she accuses him of lying.
Loren Lorosa, if yo don't tell me what the I lied about, I'm on your for the rest of the week. Every fucking day. Stop playing with me. Please stop bringing my name up in that I ain't never said. Because if you can't identify what Akademiks lied about, when I call you out of your name, and I'm gonna call you out of your name tomorrow, I promise you, I'm calling you, your mama, your daughter, anybody. I don't give a Please don't mention my name in no time. Bro, you not on my caliber. You a little peon that's on Charlamagne's show. If you don't give me what the I lied about when I'm disrespecting you, I promise you, even if Charlamagne came to me himself and said, bro, why are you talking about her like that? I tell Charlamagne, suck it.
On Akademiks' last live stream, Loren is in his crosshairs for accusing him of lying. Akademiks was fed up, he was upset, and even told Charlamagne he won't be able to save Loren because she accused him of lying. Now, a little bit ago, about 11 hours, Loren Lorosa tweeted out, "I'm here at the Kendrick Lamar show and Akademiks lied." Kendrick liked that. SZA is effing performing her ass off. The show is fire. Now, it wasn't clear what Akademiks was lying about, but stay tuned because she kind of responded later on The Breakfast Club and it will make more sense. So after that tweet, Akademiks goes on live and questions, what did he lie about? Was it Kendrick's tour not selling or that his performance was bad? Akademiks is saying that he never said any of those things and also reveals that what really is going on is that, Akademiks believes that because Kendrick is being promoted by Roc Nation, the tours are always going to sell out. That's kind of their marketing tactic. And Akademiks says that Charlamagne can't save her after he issues a warning to Loren to produce what he lied about. He threatens to violate Loren and even sends shots at Jess Hilarious, which is to be expected because Akademiks hates Jess Hilarious a lot more than he does Loren Lorosa. And then Akademiks gives her until 1 a.m. Saturday morning to present what he lied about. But The Breakfast Club would kind of respond on the subsequent morning show when Loren is talking about her night at the Kendrick Lamar concert with SZA, and she says a statement that the whole stadium was full.
But
Stay focused.
I do want to mention that the shows at the MetLife Stadium in Jersey are sold out nights, and it's a real sold out crowd as well too. Because I was also looking to see that because sometimes they'll say sold out and some seats are like blocked out. No, it is the seats are super full from top to bottom. So
Charlamagne pushes back, noting that behind the stage, Kendricks and SZA's show was not sold out like someone like an Ed Sheeran, and that certain seats were blocked off.
Which
I didn't see that now. The show is sold out. I
have multiple videos.
I've been to MetLife when Ed Sheeran was there. Ed Sheeran had every seat. They did have seats blocked off last night. Now, I ain't gonna let you sit up here and tell me.
I didn't see. I took multiple videos. Show me here.
Huh?
I have like 10 videos.
You didn't see behind the stage? Just my line?
Behind the stage, that don't count.
But Ed Sheeran sells behind the stage. That's what he says. But it's still sold out. It's sold
I feel like
out.
behind the stage don't count because there's no view. You can't see anything.
They just will build the stage differently.
Jess even chimes in saying that Beyonce and Chris Brown shows often have the behind the stage seats sold out and that the stage is adjusted in those cases. This is, I think, the core of what Loren believes Akademiks was lying about. But I don't know if Loren has a leg to stand on simply because I don't know if Akademiks said that Kendrick is a bad performer or that he's not going to sell out or that the tour is empty. So it seems to me like Loren is in the wrong. And that's why Charlamagne kind of pushed back a little bit because he's noting, Loren, it was an amazing show. It was all of that. But it's not completely true for you to say that the whole stadium was packed out. That is not accurate. Then Charlamagne kind of gets into the secret of how tours get labeled sold out tours, noting that there is kind of like this little caveat that you can put. Like you can make a certain amount of seats available, and if those seats available get sold out, then that means the tickets are sold. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the whole stadium was packed out.
It's a sellout based off the amount of tickets that they
Beyonce,
put out. But
Chris Brown, they do
Yeah,
that.
they do. They sell behind the scenes.
being that you said they don't block off any seats, I'm like, no, that wasn't true.
At the end of this, there's a little back and forth between Lauren and Charlemagne when, he basically says that, yo, I'm just correcting you because people are going to go at you if they feel like you're misrepresenting certain things. And this whole back and forth was an interesting discussion between Akademiks and Loren Lorosa. It revealed how Akademiks is always kind of at odds with people tied close to Charlemagne. And I don't think it's that Charlemagne is sending folks at Akademiks. It's merely because Akademiks is independent. Akademiks is not tied to like iHeart or MTV so you can attack him. You can go at him. And there's really no, industry ramifications. Yes, Akademiks will go at you. Yes, he will expose you, but it's not like an Ebro or a Charlemagne attack. Like if you attack those guys, they have political ties to where they can make it uncomfortable. They can make it so you're not hired at certain places. They can effectively blackball you. And Akademiks, he can't do that to the extent that those guys can because he's independent. And I think that's the core of why you see so many people from the Charlemagne camp, like Lauren, Jess, and even folks like Weezy and Mandy, they don't have any type of issue going at Akademiks because, hey, he's not going to mess up any business for them. And I do think it was interesting to see Charlemagne kind of coached two people here. He coached Akademiks and he coached Lauren by saying, all right, we see that you were trying to present a certain narrative, but even though your narrative is kind of almost right, you still have to acknowledge that not, everything was true in terms of the stadium being completely packed out. But let me know what you think. Do you feel like Akademiks was right? He threatened to violate her. He did call her a bunch of expletives.
Because like you never would try me ever in life, ever.
But when you look at the face value of everything, I do feel like Lauren misstepped by saying that Akademiks lie. Like I said many times in this video, I don't recall Ak ever saying that, those tours were empty. He might have just said something along the lines of, it's going to sell out because it's Rock Nation. And could it be that Lauren hopped on the Kendrick wave where, everything Kendrick is kind of being applauded and celebrated as it should. He's going on a historical run, but I think she overstepped by accusing Ak of lying, one, and also saying that the whole stadium was sold out. And it's not just because of any other reason that I'm saying that. It's because even Charlemagne, her own co-host, pushed back, and also Jess Hilarious pushed back, and even DJ Envy pushed back. Now, they all also said that what Kendrick did at MetLife was amazing, but they just cautioned Lauren to be mindful of how things can be misinterpreted. And it was an interesting discussion about reporting and how, you can say something and there could be blowback if you're not completely accurate, especially from Lauren, because she is a news person. Like most people see her as a journalist. They don't see her as a Charlemagne or a Jess Hilarious where she's a commentary and, she has to have the pressure to get things right. And we'll see if she moves away from that. But I think in order for her to remain an authority figure on the Breakfast Club, she will have to be the journalist person. All right, y'all. Let me know what you think. Do you feel like Akademiks will go full steam ahead on his full frontal attack against Loren Lorosa and the other co-hosts of the Breakfast Club? I think he will. I think he found something to engineer interest in his show. Not that he needs that, but, sometimes you need an adversary to create conflict and content. And why not Loren Lorosa? Follow me on Instagram, y'all. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. Also follow my Patreon, The Stop. I just put a interesting debate that was had with Mark Lamont Hill on my Spaces. It's big deal. I mean, Mark Lamont was crashing out Not in his own way. He wasn't screaming or anything, but he was getting busy on some folks. This is Danny from the Stop. Peace.